On 1st and 2nd January this year, several fuel stations across the country witnessed long queues. The reason behind this was a protest against a new hit-and-run law. Now, just to let you know, the Truck Drivers Associations did call off the protest last night. This was after a meeting between Union Home Secretary Ajay Bhalla and All India Motor Transport Congress in Delhi. But what does the new law say, and how is it different from the old law, and why were truckers protesting against it? I'm Apoorva Mandhani, and I'm going to answer all of these questions for you in this video. Now, the provision that we're talking about is a provision in the new Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2nd, 2023. This is section 106 of the new law, which talks about death by negligence. Clause 2 of the provision is on your screens right now. You can read it, but just to sum it up for you, in essence, it provides for a jail term of up to 10 years along with fine for anybody who causes the death of a person through rash and negligent driving and escapes without reporting it to a police officer or a magistrate. Now, just to let you know, even though the new criminal laws have received the President's assent, they haven't come into force yet. So even the BNS 2 that we're talking about here hasn't come into force yet. The notification says that the laws shall come into force on such date as the central government may by notification appoint. So the date is yet to be appointed. Now, currently, the Indian Penal Code does not have a dedicated provision on hit-and-run cases. Such cases would usually be tried under section 304A of the IPC, which again you can see on your screens right now. Again, to sum it up, it therefore currently provides for a jail term of 2 years or fine or both for causing death of a person through a rash or negligent act. Additionally, section 279 of the IPC speaks of rash driving and provides for 6-month jail term or with a 1,000 rupees fine or both for anybody who drives any vehicles rashly or negligently in a manner that may endanger human life or may likely cause hurt or injury to any person. So essentially, the penalty has now been increased from a maximum of 2 years to a maximum of 10 years. So now let's understand why were Transporters Association across the country protesting against the provision. Of course, their concerns include the risk to the drivers from mobs if they do not escape an accident and the sudden increase in the jail term for such accidents. The new provision, that is section 106 of BNS 2, also does not provide any clarity on how an accused or a driver should inform the authorities considering the chances of mob anger at the scene of crime in such incidents. The All India Motor Transport Congress had demanded withdrawal of the new provision, of course. However, the government has now taken cognizance of the concerns of truckers and held detailed discussion with the representatives of the All India Motor Transport Congress. In a release, the government said, and I quote, "The government wants to point out that these new laws and provisions have not yet come into, as I had mentioned earlier." The release also said, and I quote again, "We would also like to point out that the decision to invoke section 106 subclause 2 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita will only be taken after consultation with the All India Motor Transport Congress." The government then appealed to the AIMTC and all drivers to return to their respective jobs. That's all I have for you for today. This is Apoorva Mandhani for ThePrint. For more such videos, do subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.